full of conventional Hollywood cliches and recurring lackluster sequels. One critic has seen it all, who can provide you with all the movie news, opinions, and reviews that could very well save humanity as we know it. This is Libby's Movie Hunt. And now, your host, Libby Hunt.
Hello, welcome to Libby's Movie Hunt. I'm your host, Libby Hunt, along with my good friend, Jitin, and we are talking about the Southwest Asian Film Festival today.
The South Asian Film Festival.
Why did I say West?
I don't know. Well, we're in the West, so
Yeah,
that
that's true.
works, right?
South Asian Film Festival. And we have some of the stars of the films here in the studio today, so I'm so excited to visit with them.
You know, I was just thinking, you have done so many South Asian movies this year.
I know.
You've been covering just South Asian stuff left and right.
I know. Thank you for the connection. I had the big Bollywood couple this fall. That was really fun.
That's right. And today you have some great guests as well.
I do.
From our films.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us about the South Asian Film Festival. This is its third year.
It is. It's its third year. I feel like this is probably the most valuable year in terms of program and content. You know, at the end of the day, Libby, you can have your opening at the Pro, you can be at any gorgeous theater, but it's the content and the programming that people keep coming back for, and that's what we want to be known for. We want to be known for curating good films and bringing good cinema to North Texas. Cinema people would normally otherwise not see, because we're not talking Bollywood films here. We're talking independent films that, you know, may or may not get a US release. They may or may not get a theatrical release. They may or may not be on Netflix. So if they don't have festivals like this and these platforms, they may never see the light of day.
Oh, you're so nice to do this. How many in the United States South Asian Film Festivals are there?
There's quite a few. There's one in New York. There's one in LA. There's one in Chicago. So all of the major markets where there's a huge South Asian population, they have a South Asian Film Festival. Dallas did not. I was surprised when I moved here. Dallas did not have a South Asian Film Festival. And so I thought, hey, you know what? We're the number 5 media market in the country, and we don't have a South Asian Film Festival. And we have so many South Asians living and working here.
Oh, totally. You know, knowing you moving to Dallas, you're such a powerhouse. I knew you'd make that happen.
Oh, well, thank you.
And you have Jingo Media.
Correct.
PR firm. And I love, it's a PR firm, and I love what you said. You call it, we give passion and results.
Yeah, we're redefining PR, and the PR stands for passion and results.
I love that. That's
Thank you.
so much fun.
Thank you.
And you have a background yourself in entertainment reporter for ABS and a news reporter in Austin, and so
yeah. So I come from the reporting journalism background. Went to journalism school at UT Austin, and you know, I really have kind of gravitated towards film PR. I really enjoy watching films and doing film PR, and Jingo Media is slowly kind of becoming a film PR firm. And I'm really proud of that, because we have a film festival. I'm a Bollywood entertainment reporter. We have film PR. So it all kind of works really well together, I think.
I think it's great. And you love film like I do, so
do.
it's so fun.
And we talked about the Oscars, and we had a blast just discussing who's going to win.
My gosh, that was crazy. Crazy night. We will talk about that later. Well, I'm so excited you're here. Tell us when the festival's this weekend.
The festival is this weekend. It's Friday through Sunday. The opening night is at the Perot Museum tonight. Tickets are still available. Very few, but they are still available. And then we move all of our programming to Addison this year. We're so lucky. The city of Addison has welcomed us with open arms. We're going to be at the AMC Village on the Parkway in Addison all day Saturday, all day Sunday. And we've got some fun parties lined up. We've got great celebrities. And more than anything, we have amazing films.
And how do people get online to get tickets?
So they go to our website, which is dfwsaff.com, which stands for dfwsaf.com, South Asian Film Festival. So you can either search for us or go to dfwsaff.com. You'll see our entire schedule. You'll see trailers, synopses of films. And you can buy your tickets right there online.
Oh, that's great. We'll put that up on our website.
That'd be
too,
great.
Or
Thank
under
you.
the show, so people can know to tune in.
And you're going to be there at opening night,
I'll be
and
there.
so is Kevin. I'm so
Yes.
excited to have
Our
you guys.
producer Kevin.
Yes.
He's over here. Always my little trusty.
Yeah, you guys you forgot about me this time.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm
still here.
I usually say, and my friend, co-host Kevin E.
No problem.
But we want to move on to some of our stars.
Please.
So let's trade seats. Why
Okay.
don't we have Cy? Or you want to? You want to? Who? Patty or Cy? Patty? Okay, Patty is a first-time director. Welcome.
Thank you. Hi.
This is your first film, right?
It's
that you
my
directed.
First film, yes.
And it is going to be the opening night film of the festival, and it is called A Billion Color Story. and I see that you're directing your son in it.
Yeah.
How'd that?
That's how independent it gets. Right? Yeah.
Well, it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like an independent film,
Well, it is all kinds of independent.
but it is.
Yeah.
I've noticed it is called A Billion Color Story, but it's in black and white.
Yeah.
Which I thought was so fascinating. I love black and white films.
Well, you see the film today, you'll know why it's in black and white. There are two reasons. One is metaphorical, and the other is interactive.
Oh, it looks so.
we
Can
can
you
talk
tell us a
about
little
that.
bit the synopsis of the story of the film?
Well, yeah, it's a very innocent, simple little story. It's a look at intolerance through the eyes of an 11-year-old kid who's very modern, who's part of the Google generation.
21st century,
Yeah,
yes.
he's 21st century. He's very connected, very aware, very sensitive, as well as innocent. Like they all are at that age. And he's also been brought up in a very unreligious way. He's a product of a mixed marriage. So his father's Muslim and his mother's Hindu.
I wondered about
And,
that because I saw that it said Hindu
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Muslim.
yeah.
Interesting.
So his name is Hari Aziz.
Oh.
And Hari is a Hindu name and Aziz is a Muslim surname. So
And so that boy is that your son playing
That's my
this character?
son, yes.
And so had he had any experience in acting?
no. Just
my
like his
gosh.
father had no experience in directing.
Oh, really? Are you an actor yourself?
I'm not an actor. Yeah.
But- oh, you
I
just-
don't qualify.
Oh, this is going to be well. It looks beautiful for a
Thank you.
first time film. Did y'all do well as father and son?
Yeah, we've always done well as father and son.
I
So,
mean,
but
as
but as
acting.
director and actor,
That's what I mean.
Yeah, we were okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you argue?
No, not much. I mean, we've been in congruence right through. So, and we're both each other's favorite person.
Did
So it's
that's so
really-
sweet.
yeah.
Did you let him do some ad libbing?
I didn't have to. I mean, he
Yeah.
was very comfortable with the script, and he was the first person I narrated it to.
Uh-huh.
And I said, and he said, "Do you want me to do this role?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Do you think I can?" I said, "Of course, of course you can."
Mm-hmm.
So he said, "Yeah, okay. Does this have to be like that about the story?" So I said, "Yeah, And he said, "Fine, I'll do it."
Did you write it also?
I wrote it.
Okay, that's what I thought.
yeah.
Well, it looks beautiful. I mean,
Yeah.
and it's
Thank you.
also in English.
It's in English. It's in accented English. Like,
Right.
you,
Like we were
you,
talking
you,
about.
you do know that India has the world's largest English-speaking population, right?
I've-
I mean, we have 500 million English-speaking people.
I've heard that.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah. And we speak in really strange accents, and that's how it is. And,
Is
and
there
we're
any
pretty
Hindi in it
unapologetic.
too,
Yeah, there
or-
is a little bit of Hindi in it too.
Well, that's great. That's going to be
Yeah.
good for the American
Yeah.
viewers that it's in English. But I enjoy seeing movies with subtitles. I don't mind that. But-
Well, you might need subtitles. You do need subtitles with this because we have an accent, right?
Your accents.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, so this is an opening night film, and I'm just so excited. I can't wait to go to the festival. Do you want to tell us
can't wait
anything
for you
else
to see
about it?
Oh, well, I think it's a film with a lot of. The only thing I can promise you is an honest story,
That's going to
and
be
the rest
great.
of it is really up to the audience.
We're going to love it. I could tell from the trailer that it's just a beautiful film.
Yeah, I hope it's worth
It
your
looks
time.
cinematically beautiful.
Thank you.
It has a great look, so I look forward to seeing it.
I'm looking forward to you seeing it.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. We're going to bring
Thank
on
you.
our
Cheers.
next star. It's so fun.
Got
We
little
ha-
musical chairs going on here
I
today.
know. Yeah. This is. I know. We usually don't have this many celebrities in the studio all at once, and so we have Sai with us. She is a beautiful young actress, and you have been in a few independent and Bollywood films.
Yes, my name is Shayoni. But yeah, I think
Gupta.
it's easier. Yeah, it's easier. Shai is an
And-
easier name, right?
Right. Oh, I know y'all's names. Kevin and I laugh.
We have trouble with
We have
pronunciation.
trouble.
But
Well,
Libby
sometimes,
Hunt,
right?
as we spoke about, it's the easiest
It's-
and most convenient name to have.
I know, isn't that great?
Yeah.
My name's really Elizabeth, but I go by Libby. We do nicknames here too.
Oh, right. But Elizabeth totally suits you.
Oh, I think Libby's better. But your movie that you're here with is called Leeches.
Right.
And it is an independent film.
Yeah, it's a short film.
Short
it's a half
film.
an hour short
and
film.
the shorts in y'all's festival are they playing all throughout the festival or just
Yes, there are various shorts in this festival, and it's I think short as a format of filmmaking is very interesting, and we've actually been very lucky with leeches because one, it's completely crowdfunded. It happened through Wishberry, and
Is
and
that kind
also-
of like Kickstarter or one of these?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
Patch
and
fund or-
it's gone to over 45 film festivals as the official selection. It's won in various film festivals, as the best film and best short. And I think it's very good for storytellers who don't have a bigger budget. And there are a lot of stories that could be told in a shorter span of time. And I think this festival especially is also sort of identifying that. And so there are various short films with the feature films in this particular film festival.
Well,
in
are you?
South.
And you're the leading character in it.
Yes,
And
it's my story.
You play a woman who are you being married and you don't?
So the story is, it's actually, it happens in India as a practice. In a lot of these Muslim families, mostly underprivileged and poor families, the girls are sold off for a day to these rich Arab sheikhs that come from Saudi or, probably the richer class. And because of, there is no rule as such, and it's not even illegal. The only illegal part is they're underage, the girls, but there is no rule to actually stop marriage for a day. So these girls are literally sold off
Oh, that's terrible.
for a day, and they are obviously sexually brutalized, often raped, and thrown off the next day. And their parents don't take them back, the families don't take them back, and they're eventually trafficked. And they become prostitutes.
And
or
is
sex
this your
workers.
character plays-
No, so my character Raisa, she's trying to save her little sister, who's mute. To get sold off, and she sort of goes on to, she takes a path which is extremely dangerous for herself, but she makes that sacrifice to just save her little sister. But it is Laraisa's story, and she's a 16-year-old girl who actually doesn't know much, but she does something really stupid but extremely courageous to be able to save the little girl from getting sold off. And it's the mother that is selling the girl off, and
That's terrible.
yeah,
Why it's
but it's
called
rampant.
Leeches.
Yeah, it's called
Well, all
Leeches.
these films look so. This one looked great too. I just got to see the trailers for them. I can't wait to see the whole film. How long is your short?
It's 30 minutes.
Okay, because one thing I was doing some fact and Q&A thing on the Oscars, and for a short to qualify for an Academy Award, it has to be under 40 minutes.
Yeah, and this actually got
And I think they do
selected
better.
to Palm Spring as the Academy selection.
Good.
So yeah,
I'm looking
yeah,
forward to seeing
yeah.
it. Well, thank you. We're excited. Thank you for being
Yeah.
here, and I'll
Thank
see
you
y'all
f-
tonight.
Yeah, it was great meeting you this morning.
Nice
Thank
to
you
meet
so
too.
much.
Y'all
Bye.
are just lovely. And we'll bring up our next star,
With our lightning round of interviews.
our lightning round of interviews. We have
Also, you
Tan.
can see this film on Amazon Prime and or iTunes or Google Play.
Already?
Yeah. After
the
the festival.
Yay! Love it. Thank you. Welcome, Tan. This is the star of the closing night festival, closing night film of the festival, and the film is Dr. Rukhmabai, right?
Dr. Rakhmabai.
Rukhmabai.
Yes.
Oh, see, I didn't totally do that well with
That's
Bath.
fine, but I can do Libby's Hunt.
Yes, that's much easier. It is the North American premiere of at the festival.
Yeah.
And I heard you're kind of the queen of independent film in India.
Well, I mean, they call me the princess, but
The
I'm
princess.
glad to be the queen as
Oh,
well.
queen is even better.
Yes. So
and-
I have, now I've replaced the queen. I'm happy.
I love it.
I've been
You
waiting
need to
till
learn to
now.
wave.
I was just the princess.
I love it.
Yes.
Well, so you've done like 12 or more films?
No, many more.
Many more?
Many more, yeah.
But that I've done in the film festival. So this movie, I thought this was I'm really looking forward to this because
Yes.
she plays the first Indian doctor.
Yes.
And what year did this take place?
So she was born, she's actually the first practicing Indian doctor.
Practicing Indian doctor.
So there were two other people who became doctors before Dr. Rakhmabai, but they never got to practice. So the first one actually died of yellow fever while she was traveling back from the United States. And the other one, she was never allowed to practice. So Dr. Rakhmabai is like the third person who got the medical degree, and in those days from England, because India had no opportunity for women to study medicine.
So she went to England.
She had to go to England, and funnily, even in in England at that time, women were allowed to study medicine, but they were not given a degree to practice. So she studied medicine, and then she went to Scotland to get her degree to practice. So she was born in 1864. And she went to England in 1891 to study medicine. And when she came back to India in the early 1900s and she started practicing, there was a lot of backlash because there were no women doctors at that time. So she struggled a lot with herself, with the system, with the people, the patients, because no one sort of trusted her. And she had also defied her marriage. Because she was a child bride, like she got married at the age of 11,
and she was one of the few people that defied marriage and didn't want to live with this older man.
And there were no divorces at that time.
And didn't it go to court at one point?
Yes, she did go to court. She fought a case, and the English judge at that point.
Then she lost, right?
She won the lower court, and then it was an appeal at the higher court, and the higher courts actually got scared, though they were on her side, but they got scared that they were sort of intruding into the Hindu customs. And so she lost, and then there was an out-of-court settlement because she was really adamant that she would
not live
rather go to jail
than live with someone she didn't love.
a man that she did not love.
What a strong woman.
It was, her life is just amazing. She lived till 91.
Yes.
So I get to play from 19 to 91.
How interesting. I can't imagine you playing 91.
I'll show you a picture
I can't
of
wait
the 91.
To see. This movie to me looks really good. Like a story that we need to hear. Why don't
it's very inspiring.
Yeah,
and what was so
many people know about this story?
Very few people in the communities. So she is a Maharashtrian woman who comes from the state where Mumbai is the capital. And so in that particular state, some people know, and some people in the medical community know about her, but it's not like a pan-India story. So I think with this film, we hope that, she becomes... She's more known.
Oh, I hope so, yes.
Google Arts and Culture have already sort of done a profile on her, which I only presented. And her life is so inspiring. She lived till 91, and till 90, every day she went to the hospital.
Oh my
to
gosh.
work.
Isn't that amazing?
I think that's amazing. The last 1 year she was a little unwell and she lived alone throughout her life. And then she died. It's
a great story.
It's a great story.
I love anything about women, of course.
Yes.
Like Hidden Figures, that story here in the States of those women that were helped with astronauts. How do we not know that story?
Absolutely. I'm really happy that Jitin and the Dallas South Asian Film Festival has chosen this to be a part of the women programming. I think it fits into that sort of idea, and it's the closing night film, and I would request people to come and watch it. It's a very, very inspiring and a special story.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
All these movies sound so good. Everybody needs to get online and come to if there are tickets, right, Jitin? To the
Jitin, make them available.
South Asian Film Festival. I think it's going to be great. And is your film in English? Or
no,
subtitles?
It's subtitled partly. It's partly in English because when she goes to England to study medicine, we've kept that in the language that she would actually use at that point. And like Paddy was talking about accents, so even in this film, when she first goes to England, she has a very thick Maharashtrian accent, and then slowly as she's learning and living there, her accent slowly changes. So you sort of have it in Marathi, in English, and then when she comes back, it's in 2 other regional languages. Yes.
Sounds so good.
So it's multilingual.
I enjoy movies with subtitles, though. I just, feel like I'm learning something. It makes you pay attention, too. But it is going to be a fabulous weekend. Thank you all for being here and hopping in and out of these seats. And I know y'all are off to your next interview, and you have a busy, busy weekend.
But thank you for having us here. It was wonderful.
It's so much fun. It's fun for us here in Texas. But we are so excited about the South Asian Film Festival. Jitin, I'm proud of you for starting it. And Dallas really needed it. And so everybody get out there and see it. Thanks for tuning in.
We all are proud of Jitin. I came to the festival in the first year, and I was really, really happy. And I'm really happy to come back again.
We're glad you're back. Come back next year.
Yes.
Okay.
In the first year, we had this odd year where it snowed in Dallas. So I'm one of those rare ones who's experienced snow in Dallas.
Which we don't get very often at all.
No. How lucky am I?
Yes. Well, y'all are all wonderful, and I'm so proud to know you and happy to know you, and best wishes with the film festival. And I'll see you tonight.
Thanks.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming.
Everybody take 5. More of Libby's movie hunt coming up. You're tuned into Libby's Movie Hunt.
Okay, welcome back to Libby's Movie Hunt. I'm your host, Libby Hunt, along with Kevin E.
Hello, hello.
Forgot to introduce you earlier in the show. Sorry.
No, that's all right.
I'm glad you chimed in.
How quickly you forget.
Oh, how could I forget you? My fabulous co-host and producer. It was
Get a
so
couple
much.
of movie stars in here and you just forget I'm here.
I know that we're getting the South Asian folks in our studio. It's so fun. The Bollywood connection through my cute friend Jitin.
It is fun.
We were talking about this weekend is the South Asian Film Festival. For some reason, I called it the Southwest because we're in the West, I guess. No, well, or North. But the South Asian Film Festival is taking place this weekend, and we had 3 of the stars and the guy that started it here today. So that was fun.
I can kind of see it though, because we do have, like the South by Southwest Film Festival, so I could see where you
Maybe
threw
that's
in
where
the
I got
West.
that.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
But there's a huge South Asian population in Dallas, so it's so great that they have a festival here. So I'm excited to go to that tonight, starting tonight. But
I didn't realize it was tonight. I'm going to try to make it out though.
I know, wouldn't that be fun? It's the Pro Museum tonight, and then the other films the rest of the weekend are in Frisco. So it's kind of exciting. I love
Definitely.
film festivals. Have you attended many film festivals?
No, not really.
It's really fun because what's fun, like I just said about Sundance, is the festivals, the stars and the directors come with them and talk about their films. So that's so fun for a film buff like me to actually hear the directors talking about their films.
Oh yeah, I'd be excited just to see the celebrities.
Well, especially, yeah. So that's fun. But please, we have to talk about my favorite night of the year, and I guess one of your favorite nights of the year.
Man, it was.
What'd you think of the Oscars?
I was pretty underwhelmed just because of the. I didn't like all the political stuff, and but I mean, the ending was so unbelievable.
It made for such great TV.
It's the most memorable Oscars I've ever seen.
Ever. Well, I thought, a recap for me, I thought that Justin Timberlake coming in was greatness. Opening it, didn't you love that?
That was good.
That was great. Jimmy Kimmel was pretty cute and charming.
He was kind of all over the place.
All over the place, and there was one, like 10 too many Trump jokes. It's like a few, of course.
Yep.
And then I thought when he tweeted to Trump, that fell flat.
Yep, it did.
I thought his biggest highlight was bringing in the supposed tour bus people. That was pretty cute, even though they were actors.
Of course.
But that was cute. I thought dropping the candy from the ceiling was cute.
That was cool.
I thought that Emma Stone made a great speech. In fact, I wrote down what she said. She said, "A moment like this is a huge confluence of luck and opportunity." I thought that was so sweet.
That is very eloquent.
I love that. I thought that Viola Davis's speech was lovely, but she's like, the only people that get to have a job and have a life are actors. I'm like, what? What did that mean?
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't really get that either.
Wasn't it kind of bizarre
It was a little bizarre.
and conceited?
Very conceited. I think our predictions were pretty close, though.
I know. The only one. Okay, so what for Best Picture?
I think you predicted, right, that Moonlight would be a sleeper?
I felt like it was gaining momentum and would step in. I thought for Best Director, La La Land I chose. Best Actor, Casey Affleck I chose. He won. Emma Stone for La La Land. I did not predict for Supporting Actor. I predicted Dev Patel. I wanted it to be Jeff Bridges.
I predicted Dev Patel, too, I think.
But Ali got it from Moonlight. Viola Davis I predicted for Best Actress. And then my other predictions, they're not as important. Man, Best Original Screenplay, I think I predicted.
I don't think Hell or High Water won anything, though.
Well, it won. I don't think it won a thing. I'm looking at my deal. It did not win one thing.
It's a bummer.
It is.
My favorite movie of the year.
Yeah, it did not win anything. At least it was nominated, though. We're happy about that.
I am happy it was nominated.
What did you think? Okay, and La La Land, basically, I think they had 14 nominations.
Yeah.
They pretty much did sweep. They
did.
Moonlight. One thing I liked that Emma Stone, and Viola Davis, Emma Stone, and Ali. Who? The guy from Moonlight.
Yeah.
Marashala.
Yeah, I'm not good with the, yeah.
We
I
laugh
so
'cause
brushed up on that.
we butcher names, or
Yeah.
I do.
Me too.
I like that they stuck to their private reflections instead of politics when they gave their speeches.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, yay, you're doing that. Okay.
To me, that's just so much more profound than
It's
anything.
just, it was better.
Yeah.
So so I watched the whole thing. What did you think about the ending?
Jaw on the floor.
I
Like,
mean,
I couldn't believe what I was actually watching.
Where's your?
I was
My
just
mouth
like,
was like this,
Oh my God.
and they scanned the
I could
stars,
not
and
believe
like
it.
Nicole Kidman was like,
Yeah, people just hands on their faces. I mean, of course, it's an actor's, it's their job to be dramatic, but still, I mean, that reaction, I think everyone in America was having that reaction.
it made for such great TV, though. I have to
man.
say, but literally,
It was so uncomfortable.
Oh, that's what was
It
kind
was like cringe.
Cringe-worthy.
Oh, man.
So Warren Beatty gets the envelope and he's holding it, and for those of y'all that didn't watch, which I'm sure you've all heard about it by now, and he looks at
He's
it,
obviously befuddled. Like, he's not sure what.
and I
is-
thought, well, he and Faye Dunaway, maybe they're a little confused.
a little old.
I mean, they're
Yeah,
older.
yeah.
They look great, but I mean,
Yeah.
I think they're both 80.
They're not Bonnie and Clyde
right
age anymore.
anymore. And he looks in, and I thought he does that kind of bit where he acts rude and sarcastic. That's Warren Beatty's
Yeah.
MO kind of. And so he
That's
was
his whole persona.
right. He was looking like, oh, I'm not going to say who it is, And finally, Faye Dunaway is like, it's because he was confused.
Yeah.
And she's
Rightfully
like,
so.
She hits him kind of like, Warren, come on. He hands it to her, I think, hoping she'll figure it out because it says Emma Stone La La Land. She looks down and just yells out La La Land. And so they come up on stage and accept the award for 3 minutes.
Yep.
For 3 minutes before anybody comes out and stops him. And then that guy goes, no, Moonlight won. And he grabs the thing. But
That's when it all sunk in, is when that guy, I mean, that just seemed like something that would not happen at something as big as that.
It really helped
All of a
when
sudden, there's some guy on stage being like, oh, no, it's actually this one who won. You're like, what is happening?
What really helped when the producer from La La Land grabbed the thing from Warren Beatty and said, Moonlight, look, y'all won. Come up here.
Yeah,
Then
holds it
we
up
all
and
got
you
it.
can see it, yeah.
But I thought they were all so gracious about it.
They were, yeah.
I mean, they both got. It's kind of was sad for Moonlight because they got downplayed.
True.
But
And I wasn't expecting that. I didn't think they had a shot at winning at all.
I know.
And so when I said La La Land, I was just like, oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I was expecting.
Yes.
And then also, somebody's on stage saying it's not the actual winner. That was the most
crazy.
unbelievable thing I've ever seen.
Well, and okay, the next day, that those two people from Price Waterhouse, the man and woman that were in charge of that,
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking, oh, they're going to have to dust off their resume and
Yes.
get new jobs. But actually, they did not get fired. They cannot do the awards again. But have you heard the story? What happened?
No.
Okay, so it's a guy on one side and a girl on the other side, and they have, which I never knew this. There's two
It's supposed
envelopes.
to be matching, right?
Well, there are two envelopes for Emma Stone, Best Actress for La La Land. So hers was given out because remember she's backstage going, I have my envelope. My publicist is holding my envelope. So the guy it was on the guy's side. He handed Warren the wrong envelope. Because there's two. There
Right.
should never be two.
Yeah,
that was a mistake.
yeah.
That needs to go away. But there's the scandal is the guy who handed Warren the envelope, there's pictures of him all over the internet. He was backstage tweeting away to the world about being backstage at the Oscars instead of paying attention to giving out the right Oscar. It shows you our day and age and how people are so
The
distracted.
distractions, yeah.
So he was
There's no such thing as good multitasking.
so he messed up. He was tweeting away and he handed him the wrong envelope. But how hard is it? Look down and because the envelope says Best Picture. I mean, you can't even make it up.
No, I nothing like that will ever happen again, and nothing like it I don't think has ever happened before.
I know it had. No, I don't think it ever has. It made for really good TV.
Oh, it did.
Do you?
That's hands down the most memorable Academy Awards I've ever watched.
And it gave them both publicity.
And by the end, I was almost. I don't know. By the end of it, I was almost kind of glad it was over. It
know.
was kind of a long.
It was
just
long.
seemed like it drug on. And then when that happened, I was just like, oh my
It made
god,
it fun.
what a way to wrap it up.
The
And then getting on social media afterwards and just seeing the explosion of the entire world after that screw up is insane.
it actually was kind of, you're almost like, really, was that planned?
Because it is kind of funny.
Yeah, and some people are like, was it a conspiracy or all this thing? I'm happy. I mean, I thought La La Land deserved to win. I'm kind of think it's cool being a producer myself of films and how hard films are to get made. Moonlight was an independent film made for $1.2 million. I mean, when it was all said and done, probably spent $5 million. But look, that little independent film
Yeah.
with only one star from House of Cards, who's really a known name, and Naomi, I think, is it Watts, or I can't, the other star, the woman there, she's been in some stuff, that it's getting such recognition and it's such a little independent film. So I
Yep.
love that.
Me too.
Okay, so I guess
There's always hope for the little independent films.
I know, isn't that fun? So I guess we're going to wrap it up for Libby's Movie Hunt this week. We're here every Friday at 2, live on watchonair.com. Now go enjoy the movies.